How did I meet you? How did you meet me? That's how we're gonna start.
Like you're the prize.
I just can't remember how I met you because I met so many people at that time.
Okay, I saw you at a different time than I met you. So we met. I saw you for the first time when you were filming for a professor, and actually, rewind. I saw you for the first time when you came to my class and pitched your club, and you were like, "Wow, like this is an awesome club. You got some signups," and then you left, and everyone's like, "Ugh," and I told you many times, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, okay?
I'm not. My feelings cannot be hurt.
But like that a lot of people didn't like you.
Oh,
But
I knew that.
I don't know why. I forgot why, but I know it's the same reason why I didn't like you. First
I remember.
impressions are big, you know.
They are.
So second time I saw you was like probably weeks after that, and you came in and was like, I was waiting for a club meeting, I think, and you came in. And you're like, we're filming, we need extra hands. And I just sat, I kept myself sat. I wasn't even planning on moving, even though I'm quick to jump on things,
Yes,
anything.
you are.
So, yeah, I was like, no, I'm not going to help him. He's like this stuck up kid from Ponte Vedra Beach with a camera. And then, I don't remember the next time I met you. Oh, okay. So, no, we actually met in person. So, we had the same class, and we sat. There was no more seats. I was stuck in the back. I'm not a back row person. I'm a front row person.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck in the back next to this kid with coffee and his own computer doing his own thing. And I was like, darn. But maybe we can be friends.
Darn.
I thought you probably wouldn't have liked me. But then our professor put us on the same thing, on the same project where we both had to make money. And you were talking about how are we going to split the money. I'm like, I'm not even thinking about that right now. And we blossomed into an amazing friendship.
Yes, we did. I remember that very distinctly. This is two type A personalities meeting with
Probably
two different objectives.
Yeah.
Can smell the alphaness off of each other.
Yeah. So you didn't start off on a good foot, but now I'm an Aidan defender.
Why? Why is that exactly?
Because
Get closer to the mic, my friend. Like you can move it too. It's not like frozen.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Why am I an Aidan defender? Because Aidan
This is not an Aidan show, I promise. This is about to change very quickly.
You're not stuck up as much as people think. I mean, like you've got like a good foot. What's it called? You started off on a good foot and people are just jealous. And I understand that, of course. So like I learned that you're just trying to do good. You're trying to build something for yourself. So you've earned my respect.
That's good. Okay. I mean, Jessica, I want you to just go ahead and introduce yourself. What's your name? What are you doing? You have a job? Did you just graduate? Just tell me as much as you can about yourself.
Okay. I'm Jessica.
Let's go for it.
I'm Jessica, and I just graduated UNF with my journalism degree. And I wanted to originally do news, but then I dabbled in sales with you, like baby sales. And then I did some sales on the side. And now I'm doing I'm working full-time with Action News Jax, doing media sales. And full-time job right out of college. So I'm really proud of myself, but I'm also very tired. That's who I am. I also have a vitamin D deficiency, I just learned.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's not good.
And now my office doesn't even have sunlight. It doesn't have a window.
Oh, no.
I know.
Bro's cooked.
It's okay.
I want to go straight into the meat and taters. You ready? What does it mean to be driven? Are you driven? First of all, do you think you're driven? I think so.
I think I'm driven. What it means to be driven is to take up any opportunity you can. Even if you don't see how it aligns with what you want, your goals could change all the time. So to be driven means just take up anything you can, especially when you're young, and see how it aligns later. It'll all work out.
What crazy opportunities have you just spontaneously took on that yielded some delicious fruit? Or like blossomed into a nice flower, whatever analogy you like to use.
When I said yes to a lot of the things that you've shown or like asked me to do, like act in something or just like be like an extra or like you know, like all that stuff. Just like acting. I can't see myself acting. I still can't act. And that's just something. But it's made me more comfortable on camera. It's made me comfortable working with people, like walking into a room and there's like a team of people. You only know one person. Like it's made me comfortable with like trying to know other people and like get to know them.
How about your job? I don't want this to be an Aidan show. It's like everything's about me. We need to leave me right the fuck now.
You're out the window.
I'm gone. What about your job? What opportunities did you jump on early that put you in a position to be in the position that you're in right now?
I don't want it to sound boring, but networking. I just like what I just said, like networking is so important, like getting to know people. Like my job right now, I only have it because I like raised my hand. I was going on a tour for Action News Jax, and everybody on the tour was there to like be a reporter, be a producer. And obviously that's like what I came in wanting to do. But then like I thought sales and like everyone was silent. The room was silent. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to raise my hand and ask about media sales. And so I did that, and the guy gave me a contact. And then I reached out to a complete stranger, which is kind of hard. Like as a young person, like everyone's older than you, everyone's mature. You don't know if you're reaching out the right way. You're not using the right words. But I reached out and I was like introducing myself, just like what I just did. And I scheduled a Teams call with him, with one of the managers, current managers, and we got to know each other. And this was like 6 months before I even got any like notice about an open position. But I just made myself known to him. And then 6 months later, I'm graduating. I went to Fort Lauderdale for the Emmy thing. And I just finished filming some things, or I think, yeah. But so much was going on. And then I get a LinkedIn message from the guy that I had a call with. And he was like, hey, we have an open position, like apply. And so I applied, and then I got it.
Bada bing, bada
Because
boom.
I made myself known to him.
Yeah. I'd say compared to you, I'm extremely introverted and I'm pretty extroverted. But compared to you, nothing in comparison. You have this. I mean, it's just like a fact. It's not me trying to flatter you on purpose. The fact of the matter is, it's easier for you to talk to cold people. Why is that? What are you so unafraid of when approaching somebody cold, or maybe you are afraid, and how do you overcome that?
My strategy is just to see everyone as equal, and it's easier said than done. But like, honestly, it's like the whole idea with like when you're giving a speech, imagine everyone like in underwear, like everyone cold that you talk to like goes home and like does the same thing. They go to shower, they feed a dog, or do something like that. So you just have to like make everyone real in your eyes. Like, to me,
make everybody real.
Everybody's real. Like everybody's a real person. Everybody pees and poops and does all that stuff. Everyone's tired, you know, like you just make everybody real, and it's easy to talk to them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
Thanks.
Okay. And so you kind of just think of this person as real, and then you build up the courage to talk to them, or do you already have the courage kind of innately? How does that process work exactly?
Well, I mean, most of the time it's like you talk to these cold people. You don't really you don't have time to prepare for it. So, but honestly, I think that the more time you have to prepare, the more time you have to be nervous about what you want to say, what you want to, whatever.
I remember I had a serious opportunity also at UNF. It was a guy came to go visit UNF, talking to one of Frank's class. And the reason why I was introduced to him was because I had a club member who like told me to get in there, or else she would like stab me in my sleep or something like that. She's like, you got to get in here, you got to meet this guy. Met the guy. Fast forward 3-ish months, I'm on a $60,000 job. You know, so all it takes is just that like original small little push to get there, and think of somebody like you said as real. This is a real person. It was easy to make this guy real because he was like swearing a lot. So I feel like when people swear, for me, it's easier to be like, okay, he's chill like that, you know, versus when they're like very proper, you're like, ooh, I feel like I don't know.
Like it contradicts what I just said. Like I try not to be real. I try to be like the trick is to be intimidated, like to think of yourself as intimidating. Like you walk in a room and think everybody thinks I'm the shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the key. Do you incorporate that mindset a lot?
Of course. All the time.
Elaborate. What's the most recent like time when you've incorporated that kind of mindset?
Today, when I met your crew.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
crew's big, tall. So didn't know if your crew was gonna be intimidating or not. But I thought I was the shit.
Yeah. I like that. Tell me your general plans for after this news sales job. If you have any
Oh,
plans afterwards.
no plans. Go with the wind. Just take any opportunity I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. I'm not trying to be in the media world anymore, but you said, let's film a podcast. I was like, sure.
Yeah. And you don't know what kind of
That's
doors
okay.
this is going to lead to. Maybe you send this
Exactly.
podcast to somebody down the road and they're like, oh, shit. Like, we like her for
Maybe.
X and X position.
Who knows?
How about this? I want to go in a different direction. And I'm only going to go in this direction because you're also Gen Z and you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. We're the lost generation. Gen Z is the lost generation because apparently we're also lost. Everybody's addicted to their phones. There's tons of doom about the stock market's going down. It's going crazy. Housing is unaffordable. Getting a job is insane. Do you have friends that have that kind of mindset? I wouldn't say that are depressed, but that feeling lost.
Sure. I know a lot of people who are having trouble in the job market.
So
That's what you're asking.
yeah, give me an example of one of those people. You don't have to name names, but give me an example of that situation and using your mindset that you just adopt, of thinking that you're the shit, right? That's your mindset. How does that mindset help someone in that kind of position? Or just in general, what is your advice to
Okay,
Gen Z
generally,
the Gen Z that's lost?
okay. Generally, I think, oh, wait. No, it's just gonna be repetitive what I just said. Like you have to network. Like if you want to do sales, for example, you have to get your foot in the door with some kind of sales. So
Mm-hmm.
apply to the mall or like do something like that. Like do like you have to work from the bottom to the top if you can't get to the top immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are coming out of school and saying like, I have a bachelor's degree and I need a job and no one's hiring, but no, everyone's hiring. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to find like where you fit in. If you have no work experience in a degree, you can't get into an amazing entry level job where like there's other people applying that have more experience in that field. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I've
Makes sense.
also seen that your degree can actually hold you back, like from those
Mm-hmm.
entry level positions. A lot of sales people have told me that when they're hiring, they're looking for someone who maybe a requirement is to have worked in the service industry.
Mm.
And because you work with so much when you're serving and like cleaning tables,
Mm-hmm.
and you learn so much. And but then like you'll go get a job in service and food service,
Mm-hmm.
but then you say, oh yeah, I have a bachelor's degree and I also have classes Mondays and Wednesdays. They won't hire you. I've gotten turned down
Wow.
before this job, before my really nice full-time job. I've gotten turned down by almost every single restaurant I've applied to, even though I have restaurant experience, because I'm not fully available. So you also have to lie and say, I don't have a bachelor's degree. I am free for you all the time, open availability, and then you can change it later on. Like when you're actually hired, you can be like, well, I actually can't work these days. You're already hired. They can't fire you
Yeah.
for not being available 2 days.
It's valid. Why did you choose sales of all the different places that you could go into?
Because you get commission.
Okay.
And that's similar to like when I was serving, I get tips. Like that's like the big boy serving job, I think. The big girl serving job.
So it's for what is it exactly for? Is it for the increased money or is it something else deeper?
Ooh. But also because oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh, you're either selling or being sold. So I've learned a lot through sales as well, and I'm pretty adamant on sticking with it because you know when like someone's targeting you, and you know the sales tactics. So that's what made me want to stick with it.
Elaborate. You know the sales tactics, therefore
Well,
you're in sales?
I can't give my secret sauce.
Well, I mean, you're saying you like the tactics. You like deploying the tactics.
Yeah.
Or you like knowing about the tactics.
I like learning the tactics because I mean, before this job, I was in window sales, which is like more like people facing, client facing. Because right now, like media sales is like you're working with the the big companies, big people.
Mhm.
You're working with companies.
Mhm.
But in Windows sales, it's like home improvement. You're working with people who are walking on the street, people who need windows.
Mhm.
So through that job, I learned a lot about how you can sell to someone walking on the street, you know?
Okay. So
And
you,
I don't want to be that one walking on the street that's like, oh, she's going to be an easy one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you enjoy the hunt and you don't enjoy to be hunted.
Yeah.
You specifically you want to avoid getting hunted by becoming the hunter,
Yeah.
kind of, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Interesting. What do you sell exactly now? Like you said media, but what does that exactly mean? Because people don't know. I don't know what that
So
means.
technically, I am a sales assistant. So it's entry level for that like world of media sales, but I'm learning how to sell and I'm learning how to do like a lot of the stuff. But basically what media sales is advertising space. So TV advertisements and digital advertisements, which means like when you're on the app of the news channel or when you're on the website, the advertisements that you see pop up on your phone. And they're slowly starting to integrate like, just like app advertisements, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's like
Okay.
packages and you're like, oh, like idea to result. No, you're an advertiser. Like Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
We have a package for the Super Bowl that's 2 on TV, 2 on the phone, blah, blah, blah. You kind of sell that and get them to buy it.
And so who produces that? Is that the news station? Do you guys have guys?
So we have people, but we also can go through like agencies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
What's
I
the
was gonna
preferred
knock
what's
on
the
your door
preferred
then.
vendor? Like do you guys have a preferred like agency vendor to go do the video stuff? I'm just curious.
no, there's just a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of agencies I've never heard of before.
Really?
So-
Really?
I-
Wow.
Yeah, they're agencies, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
It can be anyone.
Tell me about some of the recent bad days you've had, just in general. Like today's just a shit day. And talk me through just the day and why it was shit.
I don't have a full bad day because when that's another secret sauce. When it gets bad, you can make it get good. So I can tell you about a bad instance. Today I went to lunch and I was craving sushi all day, so I went to go get sushi, and I put in the order on my phone so I could be in and out back in at work. But then I decided to eat in my car because I wanted to, and then it started raining 20 minutes before I had to be back inside.
Oh, no.
And it was pouring down rain, and I left my car to go into my building, and it was raining. And that was my bad day. That it was raining so hard, my jeans were wet, my face was wet. I tied up my hair and I put it in a plastic bag on my
Oh,
way
what
to
the
the
heck?
building. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then I went back inside and I took a sip of water and was like, I need to go back to work. And that's the end of my bad day.
Interesting. But go back to that where you don't have bad days. What does that mean exactly? Do you have like a mindset that you incorporate?
That means that you're like, as a person, I think everyone is powerful enough to be able to like experience something that would make your day bad and move on from it. I think a lot of people just can't move on. You know what I mean?
Tell me more. What do
You
you
have
mean by?
sand in your shoes. Take the sand out of your shoes and walk off. Like, why are you going to just keep the sand in your shoes and, oh, that's a good analogy. Why are you going to keep the sand in your shoes and just keep walking with it in or a rock? A rock.
Rock is even better.
Yeah. Why would you keep the rock in your shoe when you can take it out and move on and not even have to think about the rock or complain about the rock?
Yeah.
It's just a minor bump. But obviously there's super bad things like people dying or
Yeah.
missile strikes and that stuff. But
Missile strikes. Oh my God. Where did that come from?
and that can make your day bad, of course. But then the next day's a new day, and then you can improve.
To someone who feels lost in Gen Z that's at home right now, just like, because, I mean, I'm sure you know, or yourself, or at least have heard, like what happens when you're having a bad period in life, like something very critical happens to you, then something worse, and you kind of get in like a feedback loop of like just doom scrolling all day, going to your, whatever, Publix job or like whatever it is, like a job that you don't care anything for and you don't get any passion out of. and just coming back home, doom scrolling, like eating like noodles or whatever. Like somebody who's in that like really bad cycle, how would you break them out of a bad cycle?
Well, I would say that it's not your job to break anyone out of a bad cycle. Because
Okay.
again, it's all up to that person. But
Hmm.
obviously, like if you care about the person, you can encourage them.
If it was your
Um,
brother,
if it was my brother,
yeah, or sister.
honestly, it's terrible. I like everyone has should do their own things by themselves. Everyone should apply for their own jobs. But I would try to go out and find jobs for them or find
Mm-hmm.
ways for like us to spend time together. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for.
Yeah. No, I mean it's good. These are all good answers. I'm trying to like get more hot takes out of you.
Okay.
I want viral worthy. This guy sucks. Let me tell you why. What are you like extremely passionate about and what kind of like point of conversation? We'll get
One of the reasons why I respect you is because your parents came here from nothing. My parents came here from nothing, and we built
mm,
everything up. And by the next generation, we're all set to go. Like you and me are like set. We have to work hard still, of
oh for
course,
sure.
but we're set. Like, and people see that as privilege, but that's not. Obviously, it's a privilege, but it doesn't mean that we're lazy, or it doesn't mean that we were fed by what do they say, silver spoon.
Yeah.
It means that our parents worked hard. Why did your parents not work hard? You
Yeah.
know, like people are here making their kids like pay car payments, learn how to like finance, learn how to do all this stuff. And I'm like, your kids should not be working to live in a house that you own, that you don't even rent. You know what I mean?
Again.
I'm talking about like the parents who make kids pay rent, the parents who make kids like go half and half on something. Like
Oh wait, why is that bad?
my hot take is I think parents should pay for their kids because they raise their
Hmm.
kids. Parents, their only job is for you to succeed, to raise your kids and let your kids succeed. Like, this is kind of traditional, but it's like more modern than traditional. Like, in Vietnam, the girls are not supposed to leave the house until they're married. Like they can't move out, do all this stuff. Obviously, there's exceptions and like all
Hmm.
that stuff. But obviously, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I shouldn't leave until I'm married. But I'm
Hmm.
saying like you should take care of your kids until they don't need you anymore. Until they can like the money that they make from a job. Obviously, kids need to get a job, but the money that they make from a job should not be like just to live, just to survive in this world. You should be helping your kids survive. And I hate seeing parents make their kids work to survive and buy their own food and all that stuff.
Can you see the fire light up in my eyes? Because I'm so excited to debate you on this. This is great.
Really?
Tell me about your parents coming into from Vietnam. What exactly did they come with? Did they come with any money, two briefcases?
No.
What's the description?
The description that I know of, which is probably exaggerated, is just a couple bucks. My
Okay.
dad came with just a couple bucks. My mom came because of my dad.
Okay.
My mom didn't come from a rich family. So they came here and they were my dad was working in a restaurant, working as a chef.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom took on nails and all that stuff. But they worked hard and they learned that you can't just come in and just work day in, day out and not see the sun. You have to go work for money and you have to learn English. And they learned English, they went to school, and that's how they built their empire or whatever from the ground up, is they were not lazy with it.
What do they
They
currently do?
My dad is a retired professor and my
Okay.
mom still does nails.
Okay. Got it. I think then I was gonna come at much hotter to you, but we see success differently in life. So for you, success is less aggressive as it is for me. Success to me is I want to be multi-million dollars in the bank, full financial freedom at the age of 50. I mean, literally, cars, houses, very successful family where I can afford crazy things for my kids, like private tutors or things like that. So that to me is success. That kind of success cannot be achieved with a like average American household income. So you need to be really crazy. So I disagree with you on the fact that you should be providing for your kids. And the reason is, I'll use my dad as an example. He came with literally, the story is 2 briefcases and I think like $1,000, which in 1989 is, it's a couple months rent. Yeah. But no language, only know the Russian, My grandparents both got jobs as a dishwasher. Well, my grandpa got as a job as a dishwasher for like $3 an hour. My grandma was a bookkeeper for some nursing home, I think. And so
Aw.
they both spent their entire lives just absolutely working their ass off. And my dad came from just a bad situation. There's no money. They didn't pay for him. I mean, obviously they tried as much as they could, but you know, the gift back then was like, hey, here's a tangerine that we were able to afford from the store. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, there's a certain kind of fire that's ignited in people like that. There's a reason why Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, like all of their stories are the same most of the time. Why? Why do you flinch? Most of the
I
successful
was
people
trying to
are
roll my eyes.
why?
I don't like Mark Zuckerberg.
Why?
Cause.
Oh, well, I'm just saying from the perspective of success.
Mhm.
I'm not exactly sure what their stories are, but most of them come from really not successful backgrounds. And what that does is it lights a fire inside of you to succeed and push harder. So if you don't have that kind of background and you have like a very soft upbringing, then you don't have that fire within you.
Some people have the fire, and I think a lot of people don't. But some people have a little flame. You know, like some people just want to be comfortable. Some people don't want to be multimillionaires.
That's true.
But that's like, I guess that's a different definition of success. But I haven't even told you my definition of success.
Yeah.
My
Tell me what your definition of success is. Paint it for me as clearly as you can.
It is having a beautiful family and being able to not live paycheck to paycheck.
That's awesome.
But that doesn't mean like you're right on the cusp of like you lose $1,000, you are living paycheck to paycheck. That just means like you don't have like any overdue payments. You're not doing any payment plans. You're not like gambling. It's just like a good family. Obviously, that's so cheesy, but that's what I
think
want.
That's awesome.
Like I don't want like I don't know. That's yeah.
What is the if you could point to one single thing for why you have that kind of desire within you, what would you point to? You want to have a traditional family, you want to have kids, you want to have just a successful life.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not successful. I'm saying it's a very successful life.
Mhm.
Having kids is like incredible. No, I mean it's literally. I mean that is the most important thing. So why? Because there's lots of. The reason I say that is because like Gen Z, you see it a lot on social media, is like very anti-kid, very either extremist Andrew Tate, work until you die, or extreme other side, families are sexist because XXX and the other thing. Like, I don't know, like whatever. But there's two like very extreme aisles. But in reality, the actual numbers on Gen Z shows that we're the most conservative generation to ever walk, including more conservative than our grandparents. We all want families. We all want traditional marriages. We want to find love. We want to find happiness.
Okay, I'm not trying to sound like, neither am I one of those who are like, my goal is to be a mom. That's not my goal. My goal is also to be a moneymaker,
Both.
But the whole family thing is, I feel like now, like I have a huge family, like cousins and like aunts and uncles and like everything. And
I was at the party.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've seen it.
But yeah, I have a huge family, but we also have a lot of family friends, and we just have a huge like bubble of people that we know, especially older people. And looking at all these older people, they're supposed to be like role models, but they're not, because they're all getting divorced. They all hit their kids. They all mistreat their children, mistreat each other. And a lot of them have all the money in the world that like they also were driven and they built from the ground up. They are the first generation, all the people that I'm talking about. Like they built their empire, but they have unhappy lives because they don't like their job, or they don't like their family, they don't like their wife or their husband. So that's why I think that obviously you can be happy with yourself, but also if the end goal is to have a family and to carry on your name and your legacy and have someone to provide for, then you should be I forgot my thought. You should just be like working towards making it good. I don't know.
No, that makes sense.
I know.
Makes so much sense, fam.
If your end goal is to have a family, then you should be trying to work and keep yourself at a good mental state with your family. Oh my gosh. And you can have all the money in the world, but if you have a bad family, if you have a bad home life, then you're just the most unhappy person ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to balance. You have to have money and a good home life. And if your vision is no husband or no wife and no kids, then you should be happy with yourself at least and
Mm-hmm.
have a good job.
Mm-hmm. You think it's possible? You think there are
Yes.
actually people that don't want to have families?
Yeah.
Really?
I think you can be perfectly happy without a family, without having kids, because who wants to be pregnant? No one's raising their hands because I don't even want to be pregnant. But I think that, you should, it's all about being happy with yourself. If you're happy with yourself, you can have like cats and dogs. That's a family.
That's fair. What
Friends is a family.
are you taking any steps in that direction to start a family right now? I mean, it's super early, obviously.
No, but I
like,
have an amazing boyfriend who is like embodies everything that I'm talking about right now. So,
which is what exactly?
which is he likes to work. He's happy with himself enough to be able to share the love that he has for himself with me.
Aw.
I know. And me too.
That's a really nice way of phrasing it.
I think I'm very happy with myself. And I feel like that's a problem with Gen Z is like you're not happy with yourself and you're getting in a relationship. I don't want to say insecure because I hate when people say you're insecure, But like if you're not happy with yourself, you can't be happy with anyone else until you're happy with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why Gen Z has a bad like opinion on starting a family because they can't see themselves being even in a relationship to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, what would you say to someone like that that's kind of lost?
Get
while starting a
unlost.
family?
I don't
Get
know.
unlost?
Just I'm gonna say the same thing over again. Just be happy with yourself, and that's
How do you
like
do
so
that?
broad.
How do you do that? Because it's easier said than done.
Obviously, yeah.
But like,
Um,
how do you undo that? How do you think?
Are
How
you
would
gonna
you
start
undo it for
crying?
yourself?
are you about to start crying?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh
Does it look like I'm about to start crying?
no, the veins pop in a little bit. I'm kidding.
I'm so hot. It's insane. This studio is like ridiculously hot.
How do you be unhappy with it? I literally don't know. It looks different for everybody. Like I think I became happy with myself by doing things by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go shopping by myself. I like to go to the beach by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like the things that you normally do, obviously don't hike by yourself if you're like a woman and vulnerable, you might get taken. But do stuff by yourself and like learn how to be good in your own company. Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Learn how to enjoy your own company so that you can enjoy other people's companies.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a big thing. Is like if you're not happy in your own company, you're not going to be happy in anyone else's company. And then you're just going to go down this like spiraling whatever.
Yeah.
Like the coin and the thing and the ball.
Yeah. So I'll make it personal. I'll make it easier for you. So 3 weeks ago, right before I left for my trip to Wyoming, I had 2 proposals in front of 2 clients that would have been a total of $16,000 per month for a year. That's about $200K. Both of them did not land. And both of them, like verbal budget agree, all good, like we Gucci. Both of them didn't land. That got me very down because it feels like all the progress that I built over the past 5 years of being in business obviously was cultivating in this moment. So finally, I found the clients, I found the niche, I found exactly what I need to do and slapped in the face. So that brought me down for a while. I was in Wyoming. I was kind of like thinking about it, not depressed, but just like, obviously that's bad. That's like seeing your kid
You don't have a kid.
have cancer. Like
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Sucks.
it's not good, So what would you say? What would you have said? I feel better now, obviously. And I feel better because I found purpose. This is now my purpose. This podcast, this studio. I know it sounds kind of like
No, it's
corny,
good.
but this
Corny?
is corny.
Oh.
Corny.
Okay.
It sounds kind of corny, but I mean, this podcast studio is the next kind of business venture. We could talk about it offline. But for me, finding purpose was it. But what in that moment what kind of advice would you give me in that moment when things seem really down?
I think you're obviously you got a big fire, so you're like attacking like a million different jobs in one. Like, like you're not only the person in charge of the camera, in charge of the business, but also in charge of sales. I think sales needs to be a whole different department.
Well, I agree. There's a
because
reason.
one thing that they teach you in sales is to not take it personally. And that's what I would have told you. Because,
Okay.
yeah, they're not saying no to you. They're saying no to maybe the money or the money or the cost, the money or the investment or the inconvenience, because they might feel like they're doing fine now without you or without your services. They're saying no to the service. They're not saying no to you. Because
Okay.
when I did sales for windows, I didn't go into the homes and like install the windows or do any of that. I was like pitching to people who were walking by, like, hey, like, do you have any window or door projects coming up? Like, come over here. And I would get a lot of no's, a lot of dirty looks. Like, why are you talking to me? So it's like,
How the hell do you push through that? That's brutal beyond
you don't take
belief.
it personally and you laugh about it. I laugh
Explain.
about it a lot. So there were a lot of times where I felt really lonely because I was at this outdoor tent or like indoor booth alone and pitching. So like if someone like gave me a dirty look, I couldn't like go over to my coworker and be like, get a load of this guy, you know? Like I just had to talk to myself. So I just would laugh it off by myself. If I was with someone, like my manager did a lot of events with me, and we would just laugh it off. And like I think it helps having someone there to laugh it off with you. Obviously, your situation is a different scale. It's a big thing, but laugh it off. Don't take it personally. Just keep laughing.
It's pretty good. Anything else you have to say to the people that are watching this podcast? Potentially other just Gen Zers that are.
I think my points are: don't be lazy and be happy in your own company.